A new report from the Military Leadership Diversity Commission suggests the top guns in the military are too white and too male, with as much as 77% of leadership positions occupied by white males. The commission would like to see the Pentagon leadership becoming more diverse, but the report is not without its critics.
Joining us live now to talk more about the report is the President for Military Readiness, Elaine Donnelly. Elaine, are you among those critical of the report?
Oh, yes. This is not a military report. This is the equal opportunity industry, private groups that promote equal opportunity, careerism as the primary goal. They're trying to get their hooks into the military. It would be very bad for the armed forces to put issues such as race or gender, put that as priority, the number one thing in selecting who the leaders will be. Of course, diversity is a good thing. And of course, we want to have minorities and women represented at all levels. But if you say that's the primary thing, what you always get into are double standards, lowered standards. It really skews and I would say undermines the culture of the military to do that.
Do you think that there are things that could be done that wouldn't degrade the quality of leadership to bring more diversity to the top?
Oh, they already have. I mean, the military was way ahead of the civilian world in treating racial minorities as equals. It's the institution in which minorities boss non-minorities around. It's been that way for decades. This operation, this equal opportunity lobby here, they're trying to solve a problem that does not exist. For instance, they say only 16% of women are in the leadership positions. Well, guess what? There's only 16% of women in the military. What could be looked at as a success story is being skewed as if there's something wrong. Now, their solution to this alleged problem is to force women, especially enlisted women, into close combat units where they do not have an equal opportunity to survive or to help fellow soldiers survive. It really is not fair to say that all the enlisted women, many of whom are racial minorities and are not interested in staying in for a career for 20, 30 years, that they should be subjected to close combat, infantry, and the like, being very close to the front line and under fire, just so some woman in the future can be chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. That's an elitist point of view. It's not all about officers and careers. It's about military effectiveness. Let me just give you an analogy. Let's suppose that Admiral Mullen, who's the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, he's the biggest pusher of diversity you'll ever find. Let's suppose that he retires and he becomes the commissioner of football. What if he said, okay, henceforth, race is the primary thing. We don't care how good that football player is. We're going to make sure that we have racial and gender balance among football teams in the NFL. How do you think that would go over? Now, football is a form of combat. It's non-lethal combat. And yet here with lethal combat, with lives on the line, the same people are saying, oh, no, race and gender are more important than anything else.
Elaine, thank you so much. Appreciate your joining us this morning. A very interesting conversation. President for Military Readiness, Elaine Donnelly.